welcome everyone to this week's Colorscope. My name's Elizabeth Harper. My website is sealedwithlove.com, and this week I'm joined by my friend Belle Salisbury. Hi, Belle.
Hi, how are you, Elizabeth? Hi.
Groovy. And of course, Belle has her guide with her, her little fairy spirit guide, her granddaughter. What's your name?
Stephanie. Can you say your name in the mic?
Stephanie. So Stephanie's going to help us too. So Belle is a psychic medium, and she's a spiritual counselor, and she's also the publisher of Belle Spree magazine. So do take a look at that. Her website is bellesalisbury.com, and she also has a radio show as well. So she's really getting out there at the moment. Staying busy. So Belle and I have decided on colours. It actually came from Belle, but I was tuning into her colours as well. So the 3 colours for you to intuit which colour is the right one for you at this moment are white, yellow, or olive. So use your intuition to select one of those: white, yellow, or olive. Okay, so we're going to start with white. So if you notice, take a look at Belle and you'll see around her all this white glow. and when we first connected, her curtains weren't drawn, but even with the curtains drawn, there's that white glow. So I feel that this connects with your white glow, with your energy, that you are glowing at this moment. And you know, it's like an aura. It's when you see pictures of Jesus or any kind of master, they've always got this wonderful glow around their head. And I have this sense that this is about you glowing, but it's also that you have an idea at this moment. It's like a bright spark, and you're thinking about where you're going to go, what the next direction, who you're going to be with, maybe where you're going to travel, maybe where you're going to move to. But it's also like it's making you glow. So that white energy is about glowing, but it's also about stripping things out of your life that are no longer necessary and just allowing yourself to lighten up. So I'm going to hand you over to Belle and see what Belle has to say for white.
Thank you, Elizabeth. When I started focusing on white, the thing that first came to me, it's interesting you mentioned the halo, the glow, because this is where our crown chakra is, but it also connects us to what we know as the superconscious mind. And the superconscious mind is what connects us to each other and to the universe. And we know that white is encumbering of all colors. So it's all different sides of ourself, all different parts of self that are molded into one that creates our higher self. And the biggest message that I felt was coming to me through spirit about white is to, in the process of connecting with our higher self, we are remembering what our purpose is here during this lifetime. But we're also taking into account all life experiences that we've had, much like in Belle Spree, our logo is the diamond. And if you look at the beautiful diamond with all of its facets, you realize that each shard is a different part of you. It represents different life experiences, different personality traits. And if we look at that diamond in its exquisiteness as a whole, we realize that all life experiences that we've had have purpose, they have meaning, and it encumbers who we are today. So that is where all the multicolors of our personality, of who we are as a soul, is blended together to formulate the white energy or the higher self. And we're being reminded to release the baggage, let go of what doesn't serve that higher purpose, that higher self. And so with connecting with that unconditionality of who we are, because every part of us is necessary. Every part of us embraces who we are. And it's about connecting with that higher self and that higher love to enable us to continue on this trek that we're on right now for its higher purpose.
Cool. Thank you. That's
You're
wonderful.
welcome.
Now, Stephanie, do you have anything to add?
Do you have anything to add about white? She says no, not this time.
I know, I think you covered it perfectly right there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so our next colour is yellow. I bet you were wishing you chose white there, but we'll see what comes up for yellow. So yellow energy, of course, you know, when I think of yellow, I'm thinking at this moment like lemons, but I'm also thinking of that shape, that it's kind of perfect. I have this sense of perfection in that yellow. Yellow connects often with the solar plexus, so it's a place of power. But it's also an energy of letting go of your boundaries, letting go of your fears, letting go of obstacles, of anything that's been standing in your path, or anything that you think has been standing in your path. Then it's time for it just to be released, let go of, moved out, etc. I'm being shown that lemon, but the little pieces of lemon inside it. So I have this sense that within your power is a group of people. It could be a group that connects to spirit, it could be a group that connects to the earth plane, but there's a sense of your power at this moment is coming from being part of a group, and also that's going to help you to release your boundaries as well. Anything that stood in your way, it's coming down right now. So I'm going to hand you over to Belle and see what Belle has to say about yellow.
Yellow to me is such a necessary color for where we are right now in our own progression of life. I know that yellow is such a happy, happy, joy, joy color. And it reminds us to look at the positive side of what life has for us. And so many times in today's society, I hear people talking about what's wrong with the world, what's wrong in their lives, what's not good. And I feel as though yellow reminds us to look at what's happy in your life, look at what's happy in your world, and look at the positive sides and embrace that happy energy, that sunshine, if you will, around you. And the more that we can do that, and you said it earlier with white, but yellow also, it teaches us to lighten up. And when we can let go of so much negativity that is around us, and there's your release. Let go of the negative thought process and allow yellow energy to embrace your aura, to embrace your mind, your thoughts. You're going to start realizing that you are seeing things on a whole different level. Life isn't so humdrum. It's actually beautiful. It actually radiates. And it radiates happiness and joy. And that is what I feel we're here to embrace.
That's
to
cool.
Find our happiness. And so we need to turn our thoughts to what it is we truly want. We all want to be happy. We don't want tons of money. We just ask to be happy. So we embrace that yellow energy to help remind us to find those things that truly make us happy. Such as this little one right here. Makes me very happy. And she radiates a lot of yellow energy. And it's interesting you refer to her as the fairy, because she is this very strong fairy energy. And oftentimes she teaches me to lighten up.
Right. As you're talking, your energy field keeps pulsating with yellow. It's kind of, That was sweet, thank you. Stephanie, do you have anything you want to add to the yellow energy?
To talk about yellow?
No?
She's so very shy. It's her support, so Nana's not so nervous.
Absolutely. When she touched you, your energy field started getting more yellow in it as well. So perfect, thank you. So our final colour is olive. So olive. Now this morning when I was thinking about Belle and connecting with her, green kept coming up, this lovely green energy, and green is the heart energy. And when we were talking just before we started the Colorscope, Belle was telling me about some personal things that were happening in her life, and again that green energy was coming through. So it wasn't a surprise when she told me that olive was a colour that we were going to have in our Colorscope. olive is a color that has yellow in it. So it has blue and yellow make green, but it has a little bit more yellow in it to make that olive energy. So whatever we've said for yellow is for you as well, but it has that blue energy too. So the blue energy is very much about peace and communication. So when it comes to olive, olive is again about cleansing, but it's specifically for cleansing your heart, for forgiveness, for letting go of anything that you've been holding on to that maybe is painful for you and is creating pain in your body somewhere, because it could be a place that you haven't forgiven others or yourself. So it's very much about a peace branch being offered, not just to others but to yourself as well. You know, olive oil is great for the heart, so this is very much about healing your heart, forgiving yourself, and also about coming into a stronger position for yourself as well. So I'm going to hand that over to Belle and see what Belle has to say.
I love your concept of olive. When I found myself being drawn to the color olive, I found that I was floating I was on a rock like moss, and it was sitting in a brook, and the water was gently flowing over it, and it sort of made me somehow feel a sense of groundedness. The water, of course, being an emotional connection, but it's also very cleansing. And so it tends to release a lot of baggage, if you will, of what we've been trying to carry on our shoulders. We've been trying to carry a little bit of everything because it's mine. It's mine. You can't have it. It's mine. And so it's about being okay, and we'll use Yellow's term, happy with releasing the baggage. It also represents to me a sense of simplicity. It's a feeling of groundedness. We're being grounded to Earth's energy, and we're being asked to embrace simplicity of life. You know, life doesn't have to be difficult. We choose to make it hard, but it doesn't have to be difficult. If we could just get used to stepping outside, take off your socks and shoes and put your feet in the grass and just feel the energy as it comes through. It's so rejuvenating. And so to me, green represents grounding yourself to this lifetime, to the here and now, to this very experience. And it's about cleansing and releasing what isn't necessary for you right now. Don't hold on to the past. Let it go. And bring forth blue energy, healing energy. So we're healing a lot of aspects of the past, whether it is this lifetime or whether it is other lifetimes. It is not ours to dissect. We're not supposed to take it apart and dissect it and understand it. We're simply supposed to release it and set it free. Acknowledge that it exists, release it, and set it free.
That was wonderful. I loved what you said about olive. That was fabulous. Thank you. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's Colorscope. I'd like to thank Belle for being with us this week and for being our guest. And do take a look at Belle's website, bellesalisbury.com, and also her magazine, which is bellesbury.com. That's the magazine website too, isn't it?
That's correct.
Yeah. Oh, you have some little hand signals coming in here. So I do hope you'll join us next week. My website is sealedwithlove.com. Sending you lots of coloricious blessings till we see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.